God is good all the times, and all the times God is good, and that is His nature. So, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For the 44 views in the previous video, I'm so grateful. And out of the 44, 22 of you haven't subscribed. So, a second for you to do that thing. Kindly subscribe. I hope umefanya hiyo kitu ya kusubscribe. So today I want to talk about living a lie. Living a lie is wanting to hide who you are because you want people to see you in another way. It's basically pretending to be someone who you want people to think you are, and you know very well deep down you're not that kind of a person. So today I'll talk about some few instances where I feel like I've lived a lie, and why do we live a lie, and how do we stop living a lie? Have you seen people who will come to the village over Christmas holiday with cars, and back in Nairobi they don't have cars? They hire cars to come impress their schoolmates, to come impress villagers, to come impress their family members. Then later on, when they are coming back to Nairobi, they want to carry everything the parents have harvested because they are broke back in Nairobi. They'll come back Nairobi and start saying, oh, they overspent over Christmas. Then we start talking about January Chronicles, just because we couldn't comfortably accept that we don't have cars, we don't have that money to go buying people drinks over Christmas holiday in the village. Another instance of people who live a lie are those people who they never want to know, they never allow you to know where they live because they want to paint a picture of living in a good estate, in a good place. But the truth of the matter is they are living in maybe in the ghettos, they are living in muddy streets, and they don't want you to come and see how they are suffering. Personally, I'm a victim of that. There's a time in my life I went rock bottom. I moved from a 2-bedroom in Kawes and started living in a single room. Then we used to work so late at the workplace and we had to carpool. And whoever we were carpooling with, I never wanted her to know where I was staying, because once you are at the gate, then there's that sticker of single room available. Then whenever I was working, that street was so muddy. So every time I had to lie, I have to get milk and bread at Southfield. So we would come, then I'd be dropped at Southfield, piga maraundi huko clean shelf, and then as I buy time for the car to disappear, then I walk to my house. If we came at a time when Southfield had already been closed, it means I had to be dropped at the highway, and then I would lie. There's no point of getting to where I stay because they'll have challenges coming back to the road due to parking, cars being badly parked on the entrance street, which was definitely a lie. And I look back and I'm like, what would they have done if they realized I am living in a single room at that time? It's in a life, and we all go through ups and downs. Have you seen women who will lie they don't have children because they're desperate to get a man, and they know once you mention your child, it's a turn off. The man will not want to stick around. So maybe a woman has 1 or 2 children at their village being taken care of by their parents, but then here in the town they want to lie they don't have children, and then you have to keep constantly defending that lie that you don't have children. What will happen now when someone realizes you have children and you lied to them? Will you be able to defend that lie? Why would you hide your children? You can't swallow them back. So mwenye anakutaka, he should take you with those children. If they don't accept with their children, then they are not meant for you. Must we really lie just because we want to keep men around us? That lying about not having children also it's accompanied by lying about your age. You know very well you are 32 years, you have 2 children, or maybe you have 1 child, but you have to keep lying you are 27 or you're 26 so that men can accept you. Why exactly do we lie about our age? Who do we owe the time we were born? Kama uko 26, you are 26. If you are 35, you are 35, unapologetically, because we will hear lie that we are sweet 16, we are 22 years, we are 24, we are below 30, but we can't lie to ourselves. We know very well we are old. Or maybe there are a particular case of people who will want to say they will exaggerate they will overestimate their exact age just because they want just they will overestimate their age just because they want people to think they've achieved a lot, or underestimate to make people think they still have time to catch up. The final category of people who live a lie are those people who live beyond their means. A dude knows very well he doesn't have the money to pay a girl's rent, but he will go out of his way. He would rather borrow just to impress this woman. He would rather borrow to send this woman money to go to the salon, and he's sleeping hungry. Women will go out of their way to contribute to baby showers. Maybe the contribution required is 3,000. Then you're required to buy a dress for 2,000, and you don't have all that kind of money. So you will borrow, you will lie to people you're sick, you will lie to your boyfriends just because you want to raise 5,000 to go impress people in an event that is not meant for you. If you don't show up, what will they do? Will they kill you? If you show up with your normal kawaida, with your normal clothes, what will happen? Who do you owe good dressing? Why would you borrow or lie to your boyfriends to give you money just to go impress people at a party that is not even yours? I feel like living a lie is such a heavy crown because you have always to look for a lie, to cover up a lie until you now realize you've normalized living a lie. Most of the times we lie because we have a low self-esteem. We don't really believe in ourselves. We fear that people will judge us if they know the truth about us. We will lie because we want to cover up a particular thing that is maybe against the society's standards or it's immoral. We will lie because we want to be in control. We want to feel superior. We will lie because we are afraid that if the truth is told, then things will not go our way. So we would rather lie so that things may work in our favor. I think we also lie because it's easy to convince people about a lie. The truth is not easily accepted, so we've normalized lying. Probably others lie because they grew up knowing that when you lie, you will not be punished. If you go see your friends, then you come home late and you tell your parents the truth, you will be beaten. But should they have shown us to tell the truth such that you're free to go to your friends, then come back home with no punishment? Because either way, you're already late. And now that we notice that when we lie about a good thing that happened, we will not be punished. So we've normalized from childhood up to the times we are adults that lying keeps us away from punishments. The same case happens maybe in the corporate world. You want to lie that you have an emergency, and it's just because you've drunk during the weekend, or maybe you were caught up in traffic, or it's just a bad day for you, but you're scared if you tell the truth you will be punished. So you'd rather look for a malinated lie which is easily acceptable. After living a lie for a very long time, I realized that I'm a totally different person. I can no longer relate with the deceitful Jane, and I felt like, hey, I need to tell people this is who I am. This is the shit that happened. This thing is working out. This one is not working out. I have money. I don't have money. So, how I'm still recovering. So, should you ever find out I lied about a particular thing, you just meza mate and you move on. I decided to tell the truth, and first of all, be true to myself. Even before I come lying to the world about all the shiny stuff I think people want to see or hear, I've already impressed myself. And I always want to consider the worst case scenario. Like, what would someone do if he knows I'm living in a particular estate What will someone do if I don't contribute to that funeral? Always try to consider the worst case scenario. Nobody will kill you after they know the truth. Secondly, we have to self-accept. Just know who you are, know your value, know your standards, know the limits you can go to and the limits you will not go to. Stick to your boundaries. Learn to tell people no, you can't drop me at my house. You would rather withhold information rather than have to lie. You also need to consider the goal of lying. If you're lying so that a man can accept you, even if he ends up marrying you, and then eventually he gets to know you have children, he will divorce you. So let's always have the end goal in mind. And what's the main objective of that lying? Is it beneficial? Well, if it is benefiting you, just go ahead and lie. Then you will come and explain about the lie at a particular date when you've already achieved what you wanted. But it is so heavy to live a lie. I would like to end this video at this point. So until next time, guys, bye, and I'm subscribed. Thank you.